Okay, y'all, let's get into a few things. What you're looking at here is a report that was submitted into evidence that states that Megan Thee Stallion had surgery on her foot to remove bullet fragments. Okay, so as you can see, the arrow is pointing to the doctor that performed the surgery and also did the report. That is Dr. Milton Little. Okay, so there was something else that I thought was pretty odd about this document. As you can see, the arrow is pointing to the assistant surgeon, Philip Behrens. I'm not really sure how to say that, but he's the assistant doctor. Now, look at this. Now, this is on the official hospital's website. Look at how the doctor's name is spelled, okay? It's spelled Behrens. Now, let's go back and look at the document. They have it spelled Behrens. That is spelled incorrectly. Now, mind you, this document was put together by Dr. Milton Little inside the hospital a day after Megan was already discharged. Okay? Typically, they would do it the day that they were discharged, but this was done the day after. Now, when documents are done in the hospital, they're auto-populated in the system. As far as the doctor's name, they're selected from a drop down. So how is it that this name is spelled wrong? Could it be spelled wrong because the document is fake? Who knows? Okay, so we already have the questionable hospital documents that state they did a surgery saying that she was shot. We also have the misspelled doctor's name. Okay, so let's take it back to the beginning really quick. So when this first happened, TMZ reported, we're told Megan had a cut on her foot believed to be from broken glass on the floor of the vehicle, and when cops searched it, they found a gun. Okay, so now that we've seen TMZ's reporting of the glass and her allegedly cutting her foot, we have the official police report from that night. This is the official report. Shout out to Malago Grams and Mob Radio for the report. But it reads, Pete, which is Megan Thee Stallion's last name. Her name is Megan Pete. So Pete was transported to Cedars-Sinai and was treated by Dr. Lafredo for laceration to her left foot. Dr. Lafredo confirmed that lacerations is due to stepping on glass. Again, this was in the official police report from the doctor who works in the ER at the hospital. He was the first person to treat Megan and said that she stepped on glass. It was also said that her wound was superficial, which would mean that it was something that was not super deep or could cause any type of nerve damage of any sort. So let's take a look at this. In case y'all think I'm playing, here is Dr. Anthony Lafredo. He is an emergency medicine doctor. He works in the emergency room of the hospital where Megan was treated that night. Okay, so are things not starting to seem a little weird here? So we have Dr. Milton Little, again, the one who did the report stating that he performed a surgery on Megan's foot, removing bullet fragments. Mind you, this was after Dr. Lafredo had already treated Megan for a glass cut. So she went from being treated by one doctor at the hospital for having a glass cut. Then we have this report stating that she had surgery to remove bullets. The surgery performed by Dr. Little. Get a good look at his face because we're about to show you a little more about Dr. Little.
My dad he works for a nonprofit, so he now works for the United Way in Atlanta. So he was always working for kind of improving things for people who were less fortunate.
Yep.
Okay, so you just heard from Dr. Milton T. Little speaking on his father, Milton J. Little, who also is the president and CEO of United Way of Greater Atlanta. Now, why is this important? I'm glad you asked, because I'm about to show you why I thought this was a little interesting. Now, watch this. So after doing a little digging, United Way is heavily supported by Roc Nation, Jay-Z, and Beyonce. They have been partners for different projects, like the Flint water issue, and also Jay-Z did a concert that benefit United Way. So they are very well connected, and they have a lot of partnerships with this particular foundation. But that's not the only person that is connected with United Way. Hold on. Yep, you guessed it. Megan Thee Stallion is also connected with United Way. Because if you look here on Megan Thee Stallion's website, she has the United Way helpline, the same foundation that is connected with the doctor who just so happened to do her report stating that he removed bullet fragments out of her foot. So, did Tory Lanez really get a fair trial? I mean, there are a lot of things that are very questionable, and this has been something that was new. I had already saw where the doctor's name was misspelled on the documents, which raised a red flag. But after doing some digging, finding out that the head doctor, his dad, is heavily connected with Roc Nation, just did not sit right with me. And it's just a little weird that he got something different from Dr. Lafredo, who works in the emergency room. What made Dr. Lafredo's findings so different from the surgeon? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think.